Hello YouTube. So I just paid the entrance to the Pokemon Oceanic Museum. I'll talk with the Team Aqua talks now. I'll battle later, and if there's some time left over, I'll look at the museum exhibits. I didn't have $50, so it took a long time getting by the receptionist. Just borrow it off someone else, do it. Hi, how are you doing here? I'm Team Aqua. Remember your time before? Remember back in Rustor of Town? Oh, it was the one from Rustor of Town. Here, take this. You have to forgive me. Oh yeah, now it was steel, I believe. The TM it more than suits me. I hope I never see you again. Actually, I can just look up what it is. Yeah, it was Steve. Which is kind of funny for a bad guy. What I learned here I can put to use on the various deeds. It's just learning about how the ocean works. I'm not quite sure how you can do that for villainous plans. If our goons didn't bungle things in Rosboro, we wouldn't be here. I ripped off the stuff here. If I ripped off the stuff here would make me rich, that would be an art museum, not an educational museum. We, Team Aqua, exist for the good of all! We were told to assemble here, did, but our boss, the linchpin, isn't here. Oh yeah, he'll come in later and he'll be like, oh, how come you haven't beaten this kid, and whatever. Yes, if you're looking for Stern, that will be me. Ah, those are the parts I ordered from Mr. Sono, Devon. Thank you, that's great. We can prepare the expedition now. Hey, hold it, we'll take those parts. What? Who are you people? We're Team Aqua. Our boss wants those parts. Shut your yap and fork them over. Okay, yeah. So now I'm just battling Team Aqua. They can't really do all that much, so I got. I'm pretty. Of course, my Aaron isn't gonna work against them, but my other ones are. So I'll just use those. In the meantime, I'll just talk a little about my birds. This morning something rather funny happened. Basmati, the female, she had taken some seeds from the feeding dish, and Pandam, the male, decided, yeah, I want those too. Those exact seeds, because the feeding dish was still full of seeds. Could have easily gotten some from there, but no, he decided that he wanted to steal Basmati seeds. So it took a while before she could shake him off and get to eat her seeds. Yes, I'm talking about you. You are a very naughty boy. I don't know if you heard, but he just started chirping a little bit. Yes, you. He's a very vocal bird. Like, they don't make a lot of noise. I can just sleep, even when they're still active. But they do make a lot of noise, so they do like to chirp a lot, so it's like still fun to have them around. You know, it gives a bit more liveliness to the room, and it's just fun to watch because they're so cute and yeah, funny, goofy. Oh man, what a disaster! The boss is going to be furious. She's definitely a wimp. I can take care of this. Yeah, he's gonna be weak too. But yeah, they're two very funny birds. They're still a little bit scared of me because, you know, I'm so much bigger than they are. So they seem to think I'm kind of like, I don't know, a predator or something. So when I walk past the cage, they'll try to fly away. What I've noticed works then is to just sit by the cage, like sit on my knees or sit on the ground. When I have to change their water dish or when I have to clean the poop out of their cage. Because then they'll be a lot more relaxed and they won't try to flee me nearly as much. So yeah, but when I walk past the cage, they still feel a little bit intimidated by the large animal walking past. I can't say I don't understand. I mean, if an animal is walking past my room, of course I'll also be kind of scared. I know they're both chirping. I think they know I'm talking about them. I'm not quite sure, but like generally, like when I'm talking to them or about them to someone, to a friend of mine, like on a chat, they suddenly get more active, like they actually know I'm talking about them, which is kind of cute. And it's not like they're problem birds, like they'll just start chirping a little, like now. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but that's what they do. Alright, now Archie comes, he's the leader of Team Aqua. Now what, don't get those parts, we're in for it. I didn't count on being meddled with, but by some meddling kid. He doesn't know a lot of words. I came to see what was taking so long to snatch some parts, and you simps are held up by a mere child. We are Team Aqua and we love the sea. And I'm Team Aqua's leader, Archie. What makes you interfere with us? No, you can't be. You're not one from Team Magma. Wait, that can't be right. You're not dressed for the part. Because Team Aqua is all red where Team Aqua is all blue. Pokémon, people, all life depends on the sea. So, Team Aqua is dedicated to the expansion of the sea. Don't you agree? What we are doing is a magnificent undertaking. Ah, fine. You're still too young to understand. You're still too young to understand our noble objective. But I warn you, don't even consider interfering with our plans again. The consequences will cost you dearly. And don't you forget it. You're Steve. Anyway, that was a tense situation. Thanks for saving us. Ah yes, I always forget that you even brought the parts from Devon. Alright, so now yes, the Devon goods. Oops, no time to lose. We have to set out on our ocean for expedition really soon. Thanks again, but now I've got to go. Feel free to wander around to check out our facilities though. I don't know if you've heard it, but that was Pandan singing. I said they're really vocal birds. They really are. They're songbirds, so no surprise. But there's time left over, so check out the museum. A rock ball is expanding and shrinking. In the sea, the weight of water itself exerts pressure. In shallow water, the pressure is not very heavy. However, in extremely deep water, the pressure can reach even tens of thousands of tons in a small area. That's true. Deep sea fish, when you get them to like the surface, they often die because they're used to having to give so much counter pressure that they just sag and die because so little pressure is not the thing they're used to. To display it on the flow of seawater. Near the bottom of the sea, water flows due to differences in such factors as temperature and salinity. That's true, there's even underwater waterfalls where colder water falls through warmer water. It's displayed on the flow of seawater. Towards the surface, seawater flows as currents are driven by the winds. Partly true, partly it's the sea currents that drive the winds too. It's a complicated system. Water quality sample 1, the label says. The sea is all connected, but the water seems to differ by region. The sea is so large that it doesn't achieve full diffusion. So water from the Mediterranean Sea is not the same as water from the Caribbean. Water quality 2, the label says. Does the saltiness of water differ by region too? Yes, some seas. I'm not talking about places like the Dead Sea, which are pretty much isolated, but also just seas in the same region are different. More or less salty. Aaaand, a replica of the luxury liner that circles the globe. Oh, the one you can visit in the first game. Were these computers something? No. Submersible pod, a replica of a compact unmanned pod for seafare exploration. Submarine Explorer 1, a replica of the high performance ocean floor exploration submarine. The Ferry SS Tidal, a scale replica of the ship under construction at Stern Shipyard. Oh yeah, it actually looks different from the Aaaand. I was gonna say, oh, they'll probably just look the same, but no, they actually look different. A model of Aaaand region. It's a miniature diorama of the Aaaand region. Where is Little Root Town on this? I could point it out on the map of Aaaand actually. I know that map better than might be good, but whatever. It's a fossil with wavy ridges on it. Soil on the ocean floor gets scoured by the tide. The flowing seawater marks the soil with small ridges and valleys. If this soil becomes fossilized, it's called a ripple mark. A red ball is bobbing up and down inside a glass vessel. This is an experiment simulating a waterfall using the ball's buoyancy. That's actually a thing you can do. A blue fluid is spiraling inside a glass vessel. This is an experiment to create a whirlpool artificially using winds. The rocks on which the water lies also need to be specific, but yeah. It's a sample of soil from the ocean floor. It looks more like a fish hanging there, but whatever. Over many years, the remains of life forms settle at the bottom of the sea, making sedimentary layers. By analyzing these layers, the ancient past is revealed. Yeah, that's how fossilization works. It's a sample of beach sand. Stones from mountains are washed down by rivers, where they are chipped and ground down. They are reduced to grains and end up as sand on beaches. Yeah, erosion. A strange machine is rotating under a glass dome. Maybe it's for measuring the depth of something. You actually have machines for that, so yeah, might be. Oceanic Min Effect 1. Why is the seawater blue? Light is composed of many colors. When light passes through water, most kinds of light lose color. However, blue light retains its color, making the sea appear blue. Yeah, because red and green light are filtered out almost immediately, whereas blue light will remain visible for a long time. So yeah, that's why the sea appears blue. Oceanic Min Effect number 2. Why is the sea salty? Seawater contains dissolved salt in the form of sodium chloride ions. These ions leach out of rocks and are carried to the sea by rain. Actually by rivers. But those rivers may be formed by rain. Don't necessarily have to, but maybe. The concentration of the salt made the sea salty. Yeah, because the river carries all its salt to the sea, but then part of the sea dissipates again to form clouds, but the salt stays. Oceanic Min Effect number 3. Which is bigger, the sea or land? The sea covers about 70% of the planet and the rest is land. The Pokémon world is based on the Earth. The sea is therefore more than twice the size of the land. Alright, that's gonna do it for the museum and for this episode. Oh yeah, now Scott, I'm really just gonna ignore this guy, I really don't like him. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode, so yeah. So yeah, see you guys, see you guys later.